calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
First down carry by Elliott. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
2nd and 10. Now Jones. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
On play action, Allen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Odafe Oweh in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on third. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. This goes out wide for Mixon. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. On 1st and 10, Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as he gets this to the Raiders' 36. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the 1st. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ravens 7, Raiders nothing.
Just a yard to go here on second down. Running left, it's Mixon. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A handoff running left, Mixon trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. To throw, it's Allen. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They run for it with Mixon. And this winds up a disaster. Nowhere near the marker. Denied on 4th down is Joe Mixon. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to come back.
And the Raiders have got him. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Two minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Jones now, off the play fake. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 23.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
They'll run on first down. Elliott, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now on 2nd and 16. Jones, and this one complete to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now Elliott. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Raiders nothing. Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Looking to throw again on second down. Allen, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike. You don't want none of that. Get it. Pick up the ball. Middle. Deuce.
Allen. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
37. You're not ready. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. Coming to you.
On first down, Allen. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Rodrigo Blankenship set to kick off.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Both teams making their final adjustments before we get started once again. And for the call of the second half, let's send you back out to Allegiant Stadium and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On play action, Allen. He will find his man Chase complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big play there for the Raiders.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Dietrich Wise gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Allen. He'll buy some, and he's going to go down again. Odafe Oweh picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the third quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. Back to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the one, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
He's got a man complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Elliott. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. A gain of 3, second down.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, it's Elliott, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go to Elliott again. Uses the stiff arm. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
The give is to Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what?
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richards. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Richards. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One final try here for Allen. They'll roll him out right. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones finds the open target, Arnold. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 124 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
They'll run with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage, and time is going to expire in this football game. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the